My sister tried to become an influencer by lying about me and using me for content. My name is Elsa. I'm 28 and I was living a pretty normal life. Work, bills, rent, you get the picture. Just everyday monotonous normal. That was until my younger sister Justine decided she wanted to become an influencer. She had tried for years to get noticed online, posting outfit of the day, shopping hauls, and get ready with me. But none of it took over until this year when she started making a new type of content. Sympathy extorting content at my expense. Justine was always performing, talking with her hands, practicing expressions in the mirror, and narrating her own life like it was already being watched. I followed her on TikTok and Instagram and liked all her posts. You know, the supportive older sister, obligatory likes. The first video that made my stomach drop was only 10 seconds long. It showed Justine sitting on her bed, her eyes red, mascara staining her cheeks. Text appeared above her head. Living with a toxic older sister is exhausting. In the background audio, you could hear my voice say, "You're unbelievable! I can't even look at you!" I remembered saying those words. I remembered them vividly because they'd come out of my mouth with a rage and heartbreak I had never felt before. It was the night I found messages on my boyfriend's phone. Heart emojis, late-night confessions, and another woman's name glowing on the screen. I'd been shaking, sobbing, and absolutely furious. It had happened 2 weeks ago at our family getaway in our parents' lakeside cabin. Rob and I had been in our bedroom with the door closed, but I had been loud. I knew that the conversation hadn't stayed private because of me, but I had no idea Justine had recorded it. People believed the video immediately. Comments poured in, fast and vicious. Cut her off. Blood doesn't excuse bad behavior. You're so strong for surviving that. I commented once, asking Justine to take it down, telling people the audio wasn't about her, but my comment disappeared within minutes. That was the beginning. Justine blocked me on all platforms, but Mara, my best friend and roommate, watched, reported, and showed me the things that Justine was posting. It seemed like everything I said, everything I did, could be somehow twisted into content. Justine would cut the footage so that my laughter became a sneer, and my silence became disdain. She added captions that changed the context completely. A clip of me telling her to clean up after herself when she stayed at my house for the night and left dirty dishes in the living room became, "She thinks I'm her maid." A sigh of relief when I got home after a long workday became, "She hates that I exist." She made it look like we were living together, and that this harm she portrayed me committing was a daily thing. But we didn't live together, and when she stayed at my house it was always a favor to her. People who knew me and Justine started treating me differently. Old friends asked careful questions like they were testing a theory. On my own social media, people I had never met told me I was a monster, that I should be ashamed, and that Justine deserved a better sister than me. Some sent threats, and I'm not talking light ones either. People were making threats to end me. Others sent long messages explaining trauma to me, as if they knew me at all. I was dumbfounded and couldn't understand why Justine was doing this. I love her, she's my sister. I would never let anyone hurt her. But when Mara showed me Justine's TikTok, it all started to make sense. Justine's following had grown enormously to 102,000 people, and they were devoted to her. They hung on every word she said and seemed to wait to see and hear the next awful thing that I had supposedly done. A crowd of people who saw themselves in her tears and enjoyed building a bonfire out of my name. When my boyfriend and I finally broke up for good, I felt relief more than heartbreak. At least the pain of breakup was honest and I knew the reality, unlike when I was navigating through his lies. But then, a week later, Justine posted another video. This time, it was just her face, with tears sliding down her cheeks, and some of the same audio from that night layered underneath. "You're a liar," my voice said. "I can't even look at you." The caption read, "When your own sister says this to you." She was using audio from that night again now that her following had grown, and with that my life further imploded. I was now applying for new jobs, desperate to get out of the office where whispers followed me. Interviews went well until suddenly they didn't. One recruiter who had seemed enthusiastic stopped responding entirely. Another smiled too tightly and said they'd gone in a different direction. After the third unexpected rejection because the interview had gone fantastically well, I Googled my own name. At the top of the results was a blog, My Story, by Justine. It was meticulously written, with screenshots and edited clips, a timeline of my alleged cruelty stretching back years. She wrote about me like I was a case study, a warning label disguised as a sister. I sat on my couch, laptop balanced on my knees, and felt something inside me going cold. Mara and I talked about everything I had just read. She listened without interrupting, and then said, "If she's using reality like clay, you need proof that can't be reshaped." Mara was in the entertainment industry, the safe-for-work kind. She worked on sets on TV shows and had a lot of techie friends. Within 2 days, she had set up hidden cameras in my living room and kitchen. Legal, she assured me, since this was my house and I'd be present. They were small and captured every angle. Mara smiled at me. "You've got this. She can't keep twisting things after this." I invited Justine over to talk, and she accepted instantly. I hadn't been talking to her because I was hurt, but mostly because I didn't want to give her any content, any more recordings to twist and edit. So I assumed she snapped up my invitation just to get some fresh audio. She arrived with red-rimmed eyes and her phone already in her hand. I knew she was recording. I expected it. "I don't understand why you're doing this," I told her, sitting across from her. My voice was steady. "You're ruining my life." She sniffed, wiped her cheeks dramatically, although I hadn't seen any tears yet. "Elsa, you're overreacting." "I got turned down for jobs because of your blog," I went on. "People send me threats. Why are you lying about me?" She sighed, exasperated, like I was the unreasonable one. "It's just content. No one actually thinks you're really like that." "That's not true." "It is," she insisted. "They know it's a character. Think of it like that. You're helping me live my dream." I stared at her. "This isn't a character I'm playing. You've been editing footage for months. You recorded me during one of the worst nights of my life and twisted it to make it look like I was attacking you." She shrugged. "I'm not built to work like other people, Elsa. This is how I survive. And it's not harmful. It's just the internet." "You are harming me, Justine. People think I'm a monster, and it's because you're lying to them. Why would you do this to me? I'm your sister." "It's not that deep, Elsa. Seriously." "I don't think you're listening," I said, frustrated. "I'm being threatened online because of your lies. My job is at risk because of you. How is hurting me okay with you?" "Because I'm getting paid. I'm finally making money off this, and you want me to stop because you can't handle a few trolls?" "You're using victimhood, and you're using me. You used what I said when I found out I was being cheated on and made it look like I said it to you. Don't you care about what you're doing to me?" Her eyes hardened. "Not really. It's not a big deal." Something clicked into place then. I had clarity. "You have to stop, and if you don't, I can't see you anymore at all. I can't talk to you. I'm not going to be lied about for your content." She stood up, tears forming in her eyes. "So now you're trying to force me off the internet?" "I'm trying to save my life as I knew it," I replied. She left without another word. That night, Justine posted a video titled, "My evil sister is trying to force me off the internet." The comments exploded with fury. I didn't respond. Instead, Mara and I downloaded all the footage from the cameras, every angle, every word, her calm admissions, her casual cruelty, her certainty that none of it mattered. We posted it from a new account and then shared it everywhere and tagged Justine. I wanted every person who had ever threatened me to see the truth, so I posted it to all my social media platforms as well. The reaction was overwhelming. People were shocked. Apologies flooded my inbox. "I'm so sorry." We were lied to. On Justine's videos, the tone shifted overnight. "You're not an influencer, you're a sympathy seeker. How could you do this to your own sister? You need help." Justine called me. Again and again, my phone lighting up. I watched it buzz, fall silent, then light up again minutes later. Voicemails stacked up without being listened to. Texts followed, first angry, then frantic, and finally pleading. I texted back once. "I asked you to stop lying about me. I begged you to care about what you were doing to me in your pursuit of fame. I had to defend myself. You need to remove the blog and the videos, or I'm going to take legal action." And with that, I put down my phone. I left the videos up, not to be spiteful, but as a reminder for Justine. If she tried to post anything about me, I had her admissions right there. Mara kept an eye on things for me. I couldn't stand to read the comments, even though they had gone from hating me to now being in my defense. The numbers climbed: views, shares, and comments. A few of those who had once threatened me now turned it outward, asking how they had been fooled so easily. Most people said they only wanted to support a victim, which was understandable. Justine's platforms unraveled far faster than they had grown. Every attempt she made to regain control only dug the hole deeper. She posted a tearful explanation video that night, saying it was a skit and it was never intended to be seen as real. But people weren't buying it. She deleted all the videos she had manipulated of me and took down the blog. People demanded an apology from her, which she did in a video. But in it she never apologized to me, just to her audience. Ultimately, that was a failed video. It went viral for the wrong reasons. She has never, in media or in real life, actually apologized to me. I never blocked her number. She knows where I live, but she's never shown up to say sorry. At family gatherings now, she ignores me as if I had been the one to hurt her. And I have had to decide not to live in fear every time I see a phone in her hands. If she comes up with some other scheme, I'll deal with that when it happens. Meanwhile, I smile more, I laugh again, and life has gone back to normal.
If you enjoyed this reading, please hit like and subscribe so you don't miss future stories. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. This has been Tales by Rachel, where we breathe life into every story.